Hey everybody, this is Cheer. I took away my video of myself using my webcam because I needed a full screen for this week's robotics practice. In fact, there's probably a good chance that I'm not going to use the recording feature to have me down on the bottom of the screen because I'm going to need the whole screen to do a lot of this stuff to walk you through it. So we are on the Vex VR vex.com. This is the website right here. I'm highlighting at the top of the screen, as you can see. I need you to get to this website. This is where I am having you guys practice your robotics programming skills. And this week's programming skills, I was going to have you guys do your initials, but we're not ready for that yet. I saw another activity that was a little bit better to get us practice first. The first one is just going to get to certain numbers on a practice playground, and then the next activity is going to be using the pen. So we will be working on both of those this week to get ready to write our names next. So please, when you're doing this activity, watch it all the way through, and then go ahead and use the video to help you run through it. So hopefully you can get a couple devices, and one you could be watching it, the other one you could be actually working through the actual programming activity. Now, though some of you have done an excellent job with this, okay? I have heard from a couple of kids, especially Angel. You did a great job sending it to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And so thank you for getting on this, guys. I know it was a new activity last week, and you guys did a good job. So this week's activity, so once you've gone to vr.vex.com, what we're going to be doing, let's go ahead and pull up my activity, is that we're going to be working on the coordinate plane. So here's the coordinate plane. And the activity today is going to be program the VR robot to move to the following numbers in this order as a single program. You're going to go to block 61, 66, 99, 9, and then back to start block at 1. So I'm going to leave this as the last scene or the last little bit of video, so you can pause it so you do not have to write it down. So it is going to be block 61, 66, 99, 9, and 1. I'm going to run through the activity with you, and I'm going to program it the first time with you, and then I would like you to do so on your own. Oh, and by the way, another person I heard did a good job last week was Morgan. So thank you, Morgan, by the way, too. I hate to forget kids because I know how many of you guys are getting involved in all this. So as we, first thing you're going to do is hit the playground button. I pulled the playground up already because with my video running, it takes a really long time to pull this up. So if you would like to find where the playgrounds are at, you just go ahead and you hit playground, this will pop up. Now, here's the playground map that I want you guys to use this week. This is the number grid map. So if you're having a hard time, if it doesn't pull it up right away, which it won't, I need you to drop down the menu. Everybody starts on the grid map first, which is this one. I want you to drag it down to what's called number grid map. Okay, this week's playground that we're going to be working with is the numbered grid map. So make sure that's the one you're looking at. When you pull it up, it has this weird, it makes it smaller, and it has these location. Well, this is pretty much what you would see with the sensors, but don't stress about it for right now. We're not working with that. So I just want the down. I want to get rid of that extra stuff at the top so you guys can see better. Now, the first thing I would like you to do is I'm going from number 1 to 61. So we're going to, on our numbers, if you see, we're going from the start to block 61 first. So I need to be able to move my robot up to 61, which is through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm looking for 6 blocks. We learned last week that the blocks are about 11 inches. But we also have our millimeters, and I do not want you working with millimeters yet. If you would like to use millimeters, you may, but I'm not, I'd prefer you to use inches. So I'm going to hide this for a second so that I can go ahead and start my program. So I'm going to drive forward. I'm going to take a drive forward block. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to change it to inches. And I want to just put our first one. Let's go with 60 inches. Because I'm going 6 blocks, let's try 60. So I'm going to pull down my playground. So there's my playground. Let's go ahead and hit it so let's see how far it goes up. Wow. 60 inches takes us to 81. So 60 inches is way, way, way too far. So let's hide this and let's take the number down. So 60 is too far. Let's go down to 50. I want you to use just common sense. Let's just figure out what our distances are. I change it to 60. I take it back. Now I have to restart it, right? So I got to put it back to the start. So I'm going to stop my program and I'm going to restart it. That stupid thing popped back up. So let's go ahead, start my machine. And it is stopping at, whoa, we're at 61, but I needed a little bit further back. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to restart it. I guess I'm just going to leave this up here because it's going to keep coming. So it's just a little bit too far, just a little bit. So I'm going to take it down a little bit more at 45, and I'm going to add, where do I go? Well, let's take our time and let's do it right. So let's make sure that we end up where we're supposed to end up. So we're going to play our program. We're at 45 inches now. So we're taking up the virtual robot up 45 inches. And we are at 60, 61. Excellent. Now, he's not totally in the box, but he's close. So why don't we stop him, reset him, and let us go ahead and instead, let's put him, we need to go a little bit further. So we'll go to 47. That should take us to where we need to go. So we've reset him. Let's go ahead and start him again. We want him to be right there in the middle of box 61. Excellent. So we're now in box 61. So we've fit the first coordinate. Now let's go to the second coordinate. We want to go to box 66. So our next job is to find out where box 66 is. There we go. Box 66. We need to get to right here. So just so we want to go to here next. So let's go ahead and erase just that little bit at the bottom so that we don't get confused. So we're going to box 66 next. What direction do we need to turn? We need to turn to the right. So hide that up. We need to go to the right. So we're going to turn right. How many degrees? And we're going to say 90, but in real life, when we're doing our real robots, it causes us a problem a lot of the times to do, sometimes the robot will turn a little bit more, sometimes the robots will turn a little bit less. So we're going to go ahead and try that. Try the turning right 90 degrees and see if that is what will work for us. So let's stop the program that we had just written. We're going to reset our robot. And like I said, we want to go to 61, then we want to go to 66. So let's start our program. Our robot goes up to 61. It turns. It looks perfect. Apparently these VR robots are much better at turning. So let's go ahead and stop our program. We're going to reset. Let's go ahead and name him though. So let's go ahead and name this. We're going to name him Tank. We'll name him after the robot that we made this year. So Tank. We'll name him Tank for today at least. So we know that these programs so far are good. We need to go forward though, right? So we're going to take our robot forward. And how many boxes are we going over? So let's look at our playground. We're going over 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box, 5 boxes. So we're going 5 boxes. Here we went 6 boxes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be less than, it's going to be a little bit less than 47. So we're going to change this to inches. We're going to change this to maybe, let's go 40 and see if that is good. So we're going to go ahead. We are going to move forward, going to turn right, and then we're going to go 40 inches again. So let's go ahead and play our program. We're going forward, we're turning right, and we're going forward again. Oh, that one was good. That was just a guess. But as you can see, we're not in perfectly. We're a little bit too far. As you can see here, a little tiny bit too far. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide this. We'll just hide it down a little bit. It's so close. So we're just going to go 40. I'm just going to go 39, take it down 1. And then we're going to find out where we're headed off to next. So on our coordinate numbers, we are headed back off to, we went to 61, we went to 66. Now we're going to go to 99. So where is 99? 99 is way over here. Now you have two options to get to 99. You could either go forward and go to the left to get to 99, or you can go left and go forward. So I want to go forward and then, actually I'll turn, because then if I turn, then I'll be able to stop at 66 instead of just going forward, because the robot, you'll have to add an extra command to stop it and make it wait for a second so I can see it stop at 66. So what you want to do is you want to make it turn left right now. All right, so we want to make it turn left and go forward 3 blocks. So 3 blocks, we're going to have to figure that part out. So we're going to go left. So you're going to make a turn block. You're going to pull your turn block out. And this time you're going to go left. You want to left 90 degrees because that made sense the last time. It's going to make sense this time. Then you're going to want to drive forward. Now you want to drive forward 3 blocks. If 6 blocks is set 47 and 5 blocks is 39, I bet 3 blocks is going to be about 20. I'll put 22 down. Whoa, that's a big old number. That's going to explode. Let's put 22. And we want to change that to inches. And remember, a lot of these are just, you pick a number where you think it makes sense. You're going to estimate, and then you're going to adjust it based on what your robot does once you play it on the playground. So go ahead and put it down to show. We're going to stop the program. We're going to reset the program. And what we're going to do is and I'll put another mark down there so that you guys have a good idea. We're going for 61. So 61, 66, and then we're trying to get to 99. Right here. So this is what we're doing so far. And then after that, just so we're on the same page, we're going to 9 after that. So I might as well put the mark down. We're going 90, we're going to go from 99 to 9 and then back to home. So let me get my cursor back. So let's go ahead and play what we have so far so we can see it. We're going to 61. Excellent. Turning. Going over to 66. And then we want to head up towards 99. And then we're going to turn. So it looks like we did pretty good. I'm going to make it go a little bit further because as you can see, we're on the line right here. I'm going to make it go a little bit further, but what direction are we going to turn? We're going to turn to the right. So let's go ahead and go back. So I want to go forward 1 more inch just so I'm not out of alignment. Then I'm going to go to turn right. So I'm going to go back to turning right for 90 degrees. Then I want to drive forward, but I didn't see how far forward I want to go. So let's go back and let's see how forward we got to go. We got to go 1, 2. Oh, we only want to go through 2 squares, like 2.5 squares. So this one was 3 squares, so it's going to be less than this one. So let's go maybe 15. So let's drive forward 15. Not millimeters, we want to go inches. All right, so I think I'm going to get to 99 on that one. So I'm going to show it. I'm going to reset my robot. I'm going to stop it, reset it, and let's run through. So we're going from position 1 to block 61. We're going from 61 to 66. We're going from 66 to 99. And nowhere near far enough. Nowhere near. I'm a whole block behind. Since I'm a whole block behind, I got to add some more. I got to add more to this. So let's add, I'm going to go up to 18. You know what? Let's just go 20. And if I run over, I run over. So I'm going to go to 20 because so far it's been looking good. I have a really good approach to that going right now. Is there a comma right there? No, that's just a little hair on my screen. All right. So I put this to 20 because it didn't go far enough. And I'm going to stop my program. I'm going to reset my robot. And then I'm going to try with my new one. Now, as it's running, you could tell me if you wanted to go at this angle, you can. I'm not going that angle because I have a hard time with the angles like that when I'm programming them out. If you want to, that's your business, and it's a good way to get there. Nope, still not far enough. That's crazy. All right, so we're going back. Let's stop it and restart it. I guess we're going back to the 23. So we got to go 23. Is it a problem to have to keep going? No. You adjust the program a little bit at a time using common sense and reason. So going to 61, 66, going up, try to get to 99. And a little bit further. As you can see, his butt is in there. As you can see, here's the line. But I want to get a little bit further so that I can go straight down and turn. So I do not want to have any type of issue. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to be turning to the right because you're going to go in the direction of the robot. So we're turning right. So I'm going to make this go just a little bit more forward. So is it 23? Now is it 24? I'm going to turn right 90 degrees because I got to go head down. And then I'm heading to the whole board. I'm going down the entire board. So I'm going to add up some of these. Okay, so let's go forward. Because right now I've gone, let's just go, this is 47. That's halfway. So let's go to 60. We're just going to go 60 inches and see if that will take us where we want to go. Okay. So right now, we've already gotten to 99. We made the command to turn right and go straight down the board to 9. We're trying to get to 9 now. So going up to 61. Excellent. Going over to 66. Excellent. Going up, trying to get to 99. Excellent. Hitting it down. Now we're going 60. Now we're going to go to 60 inches and see if it takes us down to 9. Nope. Almost. We're still a block away. You see where 60 inches gets us? Right here to the top of 19. So we got to get us down to 9. So maybe we'll add, so let's stop our program, reset ourselves. And instead of 60, let's go 68. Because I don't want to hit into the wall. Because hitting into the wall is going to give us all types of problems. We want to stop in the middle of that block, we want to stop in the middle of the block, not in like the front of the block. And we definitely don't want to hit the wall. Hitting the wall causes us all types of problems because it messes our whole program up. So 1 to 61, then to 66, then over to 99. Then we're going down to 9. And we're pretty much almost there. I'm just going to add a couple more in. I'm going to add another inch or so here. And then I'm going to have him turn. Now, here's the problem is that you're going to tell me he's going to turn left. But remember, the robot is facing towards the bottom of my screen. Since the robot is facing towards the bottom of my screen, technically it's a right turn and not a left. Now, what if you hadn't thought about that ahead of time? All you got to do is if the robot turns this way, just make it the other way. It's fine. So we're going to stop him and reset him. You got to be patient. So now we're down here and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to add, let's just go ahead and add this to 70 inches. Down here, we're going to have ourselves turn right at 90 degrees because that's the direction we're going to hit back to 1. And then we need a forward command to go back to block 1. Look at that long piece of programming that you guys are just doing. That's crazy. And to go back to 1 and you're at 19, let's take ourselves, we're going to go 30 inches. We're just guessing to get ourselves like an idea of how far we need to go. So we're going to show our playground map again, and we're going to run through, and now we're heading all the way back to 1. We're heading to 1. We're going to 61 first, then 66, then up and over to 99, then down to all the way down to 9, and then we're heading all the way back to 1. Except we didn't get far enough. It's about double the distance. So whatever I had, I'm going to double it because it went 1, 2, 3 boxes, 3.5, and then I needed to go 1, 2, 3.5 boxes again. So I'm going to hit stop, and I'm going to hit reset, and then I'm going to fix my program. So this needs to be, it can't be 60 inches. That's crazy. Shoot, I guess so. Let's go. I'm going to put it at 55 just because that seems like a really long distance, doesn't it, guys? So let's try it again. And like I said, you got to be really patient, and you just got to take it step by step by step. As you're working through this, please look at keeping the sensor measurements on the top is actually a really good idea. Keep an eye on that millimeter thing because as you can see, we're going to be able to use that later, just not right now. And let's see how far we get back to 1. The whole point is to get back to 1. No, we got to 2. Ah! Okay, reset them out. All right, they were right. I was wrong. 60 inches. That'll take me probably to my last little bit. So I changed this number down here to 60, the way that I should have done at the very beginning. And as you can see here, that should take us and finish the activity for activity 1. You're getting 2 activities this week, and this is activity 1. I want you to go from 1 to 61 to 66 to 99 to 9 and then back to 1. And that's what you need to program this week's AKA tank to complete. Now, please mirror my programming. All right, if you have a better way to do it, you may do it. That's fine with me. And he's almost there. As you can see, we want to put his butt over the edge right there. So, and in a competition, we would be fine with what we're doing because a lot of the time we just run back as quickly as we can. So in that situation, I would just put 80 down there and just run them into the wall, and then we'd reset them for the next submission. But because we have the time, we have Corona time, we really do. So I moved that up a couple more inches just to get us that last little bit to get his butt over the line, because you don't want your robot sitting out of home. If you let the robot sit out of home, then you might get a precision token taken away. So you want to get them back as quickly as you can without stopping short. It looks good. I like it so far. And it looks pretty nice. And I'm feeling good. You feeling good? Yep, we're good to go. All right, so I've achieved the mission. This right here is your sequence. 1 to 61, 61 to 66, 66 to 99, down to 9, back to 1. That is your mission 1 this week. I need you to finish that. You might want to just sit on this screen when you're trying to do it from the video. But if you don't want to do it just from the video, then you just, I'm going to leave this as the last scene so you know what order to go into. All right. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. That was a good, it's a good practice for us for right now, getting us to specific locations. And that's half the battle when it comes to a lot of the programming we do, because the other stuff is really about building arms and attachments. So go ahead and practice getting to those locations. And let me please take a screenshot of either your program or send me a video of your robot running, or send me the program and I'll run it off my computer. Again, just because you might want to do it again, project code, you want to save it. We're going to do this as locations 1. Well, let's do it grid 1. So we're renaming that, and I also want to save it to my computer. So I'm going to save to my device. It could oh, it already did. Good. Now it's going to be in my downloads file. All right, guys. That's your first activity of the week. Good luck. Godspeed. If you have any questions, please refer to the video or call me. Either one is fine. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much.